Let's make a beautiful Christmas bow for only $25. I really didn't want to spend $100 or more on a bow, so I decided to make my own. I love a DIY moment, so let me show you how to make your own Christmas bow. I found this beautiful satin fabric in the color ivory from Walmart. This was only $1.97 per yard, and I got 6 yards. So in total, $12 for fabric. They had other colors as well, but as always, just check your local Walmart. And I picked up this polyfill foam cushion. These were for $12.98, so a total of $13 for the foam. These were the 16 by 16 size in the foam. I went ahead and hot glued all 4 pieces together that came in that polyfoam package. I know you can buy the foam roll, but this is what I found and this is what I worked with. Of course, I did not factor in the hot glue gun or the hot glue sticks into the expense, only because my mom had it on hand and I went over and used her materials there. So, of course, if you need to buy this, then go ahead and factor in the expense of the hot glue gun and the hot glue sticks, but I know you can find a lot of the stuff at like the Dollar General or the dollar store. After that, I laid out my fabric just to see how much I would need to cut off. And then what you want to do after that is go ahead and hot glue the fabric onto the piece of foam that you are working with. Size is going to vary depending how big you want your bow, but I would say this was like 1.5 yards of foam and fabric. Alright, so it should look something like this. I did not hot glue the ends of the fabric only because I will be hot gluing it in the middle once I make the form of the bow. After this, I took some random piece of twine. You can also use a rubber band, whatever you have on hand. I basically measured out the middle of the bow form that I'm going to create. All I did was tie it down. And then after this, I'm gonna fold in my ends into the middle, and then I will hot glue them together. After you hot glue down the middle, you're gonna take that piece of twine in the middle and just scrunch up the middle to make the bow form. So it should look something like this. For the middle of the bow, you can just take some of the fabric and wrap it around just to cover the twine in the bow. But what I did, I just got an extra piece of foam and hot glued the material onto it. And I used that as the middle part of my bow. But this is optional. You can just use the fabric and just wrap it around the bow just to give you that finished look. So for this part, I just flipped the bow over and I just basically hot glued that piece of foam and fabric to the back just to give it that finished look, and I just basically stuffed it in there and I just hot glued it. This is how the bow looks like. The remaining yards of fabric, I did feed it through the middle part of the bow, and those are the tails of your bow. I ended up using 2 pipe cleaners and I tied it to the twine in the back of the bow, and this will allow me to hang this beautiful bow on my Christmas tree. Again, my mom had these on hand, but you can also pick these up from the dollar store. Alright, that is it for this DIY project, and only for $25. I am so proud of this. I think it looks so beautiful on my tree. Bougie on a budget, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!